So let me take a guess. You clicked on this video because you're going to UGA, are considering going to UGA, know someone who's going to UGA, or currently are enrolled at UGA. If that's the case, you're in the right spot. If that's not the case, then honestly, I don't know why you're here, but I also don't really care because you can still follow along. The only thing that actually matters is that I currently am a student at the University of Georgia, and I've been here for 2 years. So theoretically, I should be a pretty good gauge to tell if the University of Georgia is the right fit for you. In this video, I will be sharing my brutally honest opinions on the University of Georgia, and I'm not holding anything back. So with all that being said, let's get over to the university and start sharing my thoughts. Also, before we get started, if you find any of this information helpful, then please hit the subscribe button. It really helps out the channel. First things first, and I'm only sharing this one first because it is the most apparent part of my daily life as a UGA student. It is the parking situation. But it's not just the parking situation. It is also the traffic. Right now, it is 5:32. I left my house around 5 o'clock. This wouldn't be a problem except for the fact that I only live 1.5 miles away from the university. I think this will be a pretty enough spot to set up shop. While it doesn't matter much in your first year since you will be living on campus and you should probably have a parking pass, every other following year, you will have to deal with extreme traffic from 8 a.m. until 7 p.m. every single day, weekends included. It does not matter. Also, not only is the traffic a pain, but you will be paying a ton of money to park on campus. I'm only a sophomore, but I do not have a parking pass, and I don't know a single other upperclassman who has a parking pass. And the thing is, if you don't have a parking pass, then you have to park in one of the paid-for decks on UGA's campus that'll run anywhere from $5 at a minimum to probably $10 at a maximum every single time that you park. Pretty much the only way to avoid paying to park on campus is if your apartment complex has a bus that'll take you to campus, but those are also kind of unreliable. For instance, my apartment complex has a bus, and it's nice, but the thing is it's only meant to hold 30 people at one time, and I kid you not, we have packed it on with 60 people in a 30-person bus. Overall, getting to campus sucks, parking on campus sucks, traffic sucks, and it's just not a very fun system to be a part of. Also, I forgot to mention the fact that Parking Services loves to act as if they get a commission for every ticket that they give you. 2 days ago, I got a ticket for parking in a spot where I wasn't supposed to be for, I kid you not, 10 minutes. That ticket was $50, and they will get you every single time. Anyways, that's enough complaining about the parking. I think we should talk about one of the main reasons that people come to UGA. The football. Right next to me, I am walking by Sanford Stadium, which is home to the Georgia Bulldogs. A lot of people come to UGA for the football, and I'll be honest, I didn't get it until I came to the school and went to my first game. Before coming here, I had never been to a college football game. I couldn't tell you a single college football player. I didn't really care about football in general. But after going to my first game, a lot of that changed. Real quick, just since we're passing by it, I want you all to take a look at this stadium. It is absolutely ginormous. And honestly, really pretty. Here's the thing about UGA football. We are good, everyone knows that we're good, and everyone treats us like we're good. So every Saturday, it is a party. Every Saturday when we have a home game, people are lining up, tailgating, having a good time the entire day. And if it's a night game, the energy is insane. It is absolutely crazy. You will not get that feeling if you go to any other university. I'll be honest, I'm not even a fan of football, but whenever I get the chance to go to one of these games, I don't miss it because honestly, it is crazy showing up with all your friends, supporting the team for the school that you go to, essentially getting professional level football for only $10 a student. It's crazy. It's an amazing time, and every single time that we have a game here, we pack out the stadium. If you want good football, I do not think that you could choose a better school. Now that's enough about football. I think it's time to complain a little more. One of the things that I hate the most at the University of Georgia is the dorm situation. I feel like in America, there's been a big push for apartment-style dorms and housing and stuff like that, and that's just not the case at the University of Georgia. Right behind me is my old dorm. This is Reed Hall, and you know, it was all right. I had a private bathroom, and it was in a decent location. That's about where the good stops. Here's the thing about the dorms, specifically the freshman dorms at the University of Georgia. They are traditional. By traditional, I mean community showers, very small rooms, cinder block rooms, and a lot of people packed in a very small area. Speaking of which, I see one of my friends from last year, so I'm gonna get her opinion on the dorms just so y'all know that I'm not biased. What did you think of the UGA dorms last year?
I enjoyed Reed. I thought it was pretty nice.
Okay, well, Reed is nice, but the rest, not so much. If you've stuck around this far in the video, I'm gonna make the assumption that you either are currently a UGA Bulldog or you're about to be a UGA Bulldog. And because of that, I'm gonna give you my opinion on what I think the best and the worst dorms are on campus. This one might be a little controversial, but I actually did choose Reed Hall when I had the choice of pretty much any dorm on the campus. The reason that I think it's the best is because we had the private bathroom, we had slightly bigger rooms, and it still was kind of the traditional feel while being slightly better than the actual freshman dorms. Now, if you want the true freshman experience, there are 4 choices that you get to choose from. You either get Brumby, Russell, Creswell, or BDM. Russell, overall, is the best by far. It's traditional, but it just was renovated, it's new. It's community showers, but instead of shower curtains, you actually get a full stall with a floor-to-ceiling door, and that's very nice. If I were to rank those 4 in order, I would go Russell, BDM, Brumby, and Creswell. Trust me, you don't want Creswell. Fun fact, their nickname is actually Krusty Creswell. Now, if you just heard all that and you're like, wow, I don't want to live in a traditional dorm, that sucks, I'm not gonna go to UGA. There is an option for you, but it's not the one that I personally would choose. That option is to choose building 1516, which is apartment-style housing. The problem with that is most of them are reserved for the athletes and they fill up extremely quickly. Also, they are on the furthest part of campus from everything else, so you do feel a little isolated. And personally, especially during my freshman year, I wanted to meet people, so I wanted to be a little closer to the center. Other good options, in case you don't want to live in the freshman or the East Campus or Reed Hall, are Myers and Rutherford. They're in the center of campus, they're a little bit traditional, they're a little bit modern, they're definitely not apartment style, but they are very nice, and honestly, they probably have the best location of any dorm on campus. With all that being said though, let's move on to my last brutally honest opinion for this video. Anyways, I've complained enough. I want to end things on a positive note and talk about legitimately probably my favorite part of UGA, and that is the dining hall. I don't know how well y'all can see it, but this entire building right here, including this little spiral, is a dining hall. One of the things that I think UGA boasts a lot about, besides their football, is their dining plan and their food and their dining halls and just everything that comes with it. And I'm not gonna lie, it is justified. The good thing about UGA is not only do we have that one massive dining hall, but we actually have 5, and they're all over campus, and they really genuinely serve some of the best food that I've ever had. This dining hall, Bolton, served not only Mexican, but Italian, American, Asian, and then just home style. Some of the other dining halls also serve Barbarito style food, which I guess is Mexican, but it's slightly different. They also have ramen bars and Philly cheesesteak bars and smoothie bars, lots of bars. And the thing is, I genuinely rather would sometimes choose the dining hall over fast food because it actually is really good. My only real complaint with the dining halls is they do fill up and a lot of the food is fried. While you can get healthy options, it does tend to be easier to get fried food. Maybe it's because we're in the South, I don't know, but I did start noticing a little bit of weight packed on, so hey, you know. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot more to say, but I don't wanna make this video too long and I don't wanna bore you guys. If you wanna see me talk about some of the other stuff like the party scene or the academics or the student body, then let me know in the comments section. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, and I guess I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.